Why are Muslims being targeted? This is your favorite half Chinese. Well, to tell you the truth, what's going on, they're manufacturing consent for more wars, for sanctions, for economic embargoes, all in order to keep those regions destabilized. As a side effect, it creates hate in the West, specifically towards Muslims. That is the case, and that is why you feel targeted, but it is actually not meant to go against you. It's just a side effect, which also must take place in a certain capacity. So the people will be okay if they need to have another war somewhere in the Middle East or against another Arab nation. And it's all about money. It is all about those capitalists that want to steal the resources and exploit the other people. And that is what you need to understand. Don't take it too personal. I understand it is very difficult because even I, who understands it, does have the feeling that sometimes it is personal. But if we take it too personal, we will not be able to fight against it. And we need to fight against it. And I don't mean physically, but in the way that it is legal. So, what can you do about it? Well, first of all, you need to educate yourself on what really is going on into that part of geopolitics. And then you can make some videos about it. And if you don't want to show your face on it, just like me, then make faceless videos. It's fine. You can even add a different voice. You don't need to be recognized. Just be very informative and very, very precise with what you are saying and in a way that people can understand it. Because there's a lot to unpack here, especially when it comes about the Muslims. There are a lot of stories about tea organizations, and everybody knows the T word. It comes with an error and ends on ism. And all these organizations, all these T-word organizations have been set up by the West. Osama was a CIA operative, and the Blind Sheikh was also working for the CIA. The Muslim Brotherhood was set up to overthrow the government in Egypt. The Taliban was set up to use as a proxy against Russia, and so on and so on. And now we have this dude running wild in Syria, right? So you need to understand that. And if you can translate that into simple terms towards the people, then you will come one step further. Because what you need to do is to help the Western people, yes, help them to fight against propaganda. So what you need to do is educate them to the extent that when they see these things, that they know this is a lie, this is because of that, this is because of that, and this is how you effectively will combat it. And believe it or not, it does work. I had a lot of people in my comments and also sending me private message thanking me because they honestly didn't know. And they went from hating us to being more moderate. Maybe they don't really love us that much, but at least they stop hating. And now they understand what is really going on. And that is very important, not only to us, not only to your community, but also to the Western community, because in the end, they also will be eaten because we are all in the same group and in the same class, so to say. Because in a capitalist society, there's only two classes, and that is one is the capitalist and two is the rest. And that's as simple as that. So we need to make all these videos to educate the people. And with we, I mean we from our communities. I want more to see more Chinese people speaking up. I want to see more Muslim people speaking up. There is a need for it, for you to do so. The second thing that we can do is also to stop funding them, because these are capitalists. But I still, when I go to a protest, for example, I still see a lot of Muslims wearing Nike and New Balance and Adidas and their Prada and whatever. Well, this is all in the hands of these exact same capitalists that are actually funding the exact same thing what you're protesting against. I am standing there wondering, why would you give them your money if you are against what they are doing? Makes sense, doesn't it? I talk with the youth, especially with the youth who has been so brainwashed into thinking they need to look rich and think that they actually look rich when they wear a brand that is this big on their chest, not understanding that if that is the case, you need to get paid. And you don't pay for these kind of things. You should get paid. That's how it works in the land of the rich. But yes, unfortunately, they are poor and also poor in mentality. So it is up to you to make them rich in mentality and rich in character, so they will defy all these kind of things and will stand up and say, I don't agree with what you guys are doing. Therefore, I'm not going to fund you. You are not going to get my money. I'm going to take my power and use it. And now I'm going to tell you what you should do if you want to get my money. And that is to stop this endless suffering of humanity. It's that simple, actually. It is very hard to accomplish that. And therefore, you need to start. That is why I started. I think more people should speak up. Don't be scared. And again, if you don't want to put your face on the camera, then just don't. Make it with pictures. If you don't know how to do it, I can help you. It's no problem. I can teach you. It's no problem. Let's do it all together. Let's stand up instead of bickering over what is happening to us, what is making us unhappy. It's a bigger picture that's going on. Unfortunately, we have to deal with it, and we have to deal with it responsibly. So again, teach your little children, especially the ones that working in the supermarkets wearing shoes of 400 euros. My friend, you do not look rich. I know you have a minimum wage. It's nothing. It's half of your wage that is on your food. It's stupid, it's ignorant, and you are actually supporting the ones that you say that you are against. It doesn't make you look good. In fact, it makes you look ugly. This is not an insult, but if I don't put it in harsh words, I'm scared that the people will not understand. You should not be wearing that. Wear shoes and clothing and use things from people who are actually doing good things with their money or with that money that they earn from you. It is a right for you to demand that because you are giving your money away. Anyway, that was it. I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope you understand that we as a Chinese community are having the same thing, right? And that is why I started to make these videos to enlighten people. And yes, some people will never want to wake up. I can't help it, right? But sometimes some do. And what happens when they do? They will enlighten others. It's a ripple effect. You can't lose, and it is good for your community because many people in your community would be very happy to see people stand up against this because they also feel oppressed and unhappy because of the current situation. So, if this video was of any value to you, then please like, share, and if you have not yet, then follow. And also, please follow my YouTube channel in case they are going to get rid of TikTok. This was your favorite half Chinese, and as always, have a great day.